Welcome back to Sydney, I guess.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. It's good to be back.
It's kind of confusing because you don't really have a base anymore. You're on the road in your caravan most of the year.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about some of your most recent adventures on the road.
Well, we're up to 93,000 kilometres, I think, since last year. So that's a lot. And yeah, most recently we just spent 2.5 months touring around Queensland. So we did about 2.5 laps. Spent a lot of time in outback Queensland, which was really great.
Had you spent much time in that?
A little bit of time, but not that kind of. We really stopped up in towns and kind of got to know the places and the people a bit more this time, which was really great. And we literally did 2.5 laps. Wasn't very economical time wise, but it was awesome. We saw a lot of the country. And then we've just been to New Zealand, touring over there. And we're doing a lot of Queensland right at the moment. We're going back to Queensland next week for Big Sound. And we just had Gympie Muster in Queensland. So you
should just move there.
Yeah. But we can't help but keep coming back. So yeah, Little Millie, our little caravan, is definitely due for a service. That's for sure.
Do you find that spending that much time on the road lends to the creativity needed to write a record?
Yeah.
Well, you did write the last record on the road pretty much most of last year.
I think I've been thinking about this actually. I think especially last year's trip where we went, kind of more around Australia, and we didn't kind of. We weren't working as much as we have been this year, and we really allowed a bit more space, and I think that really allowed me to think more. And so we'd be listening to a lot of podcasts, a lot of music, and we just had a lot of space, and we were doing a lot of driving, and so I really had time to kind of really explore ideas more, and I think that really, I hope it's shown in the new record and the songs, because I really put a lot of thought into every song and how they were going to form. And I think it definitely lent itself. And podcasts really helped actually, because we'd be listening to different ideas and listening to someone's different perspective on something, and then we'd be discussing that, and then I would sit down and we'd arrive at camp and we'd be in the middle of nowhere, and there's no service, you can't do anything, so I'd just play the guitar and get out of cooking dinner and lighting the fire. Dan would do that, and then I'd write a song. So yeah, definitely.
So the lifespan of kind of the road to this second record seems a lot shorter than the first one. There was a long crowdfunding campaign for the first album. We knew it was in the works for so long. For the sophomore record, it seems to have just come out of the blue. I mean, was that a necessity of the strategy around the release, or how did it come about that this one is just because
bang?
Exactly.
We knew we didn't want to wait too long, and I think a lot of friends told us just you really need to kind of hit them hard and quick with the second album to follow up that first release.
Yeah, I think I'd be lying if I was like, oh no, we just thought, let's release an album. No, we put some thought into that. It was really full on though. Kind of smashing it all out really quickly. We had already had the album. We were in the studio as we were crowdfunding, actually, secretly. So by the time...
a very trusting producer who
we did
trusted that our bills would be paid eventually.
In the future, when the crowdfunding gets there. But I think, it was more a strategic thing that we really wanted to get the second record out really quickly. We had a lot of... I have so many songs I'd written on the road, and I really wanted to capture that. And we love the album, creating the album, that whole process, creating the whole world around an album. That for me is we just love it. I love creating what story and what narrative are we telling, and how are we going to visually represent that in
seeing what themes kind of become a constant throughout the album and how that should be represented.
And so we were really willing just to get straight into that because we'd been living this life on the road, and that was obviously the theme of this new record. It felt really quite easy. It didn't feel like a struggle. So, yeah.
The crowdfunding campaign was the 11th hour decision.
Yeah.
We were
3 a.m.
about going with a kind of traditional label kind of thing, and speaking to a few people about that, and then kind of at the last minute decided, no, we're going to go it on our own and
make our own label.
And that was kind of a bit of a stretch for us. We
Yeah,
a lot of late nights putting that together. And
we were really, it was really kind of hectic time, but we were like, nah, this is really important to us to do it our own way, do it on our own label, do it kind of through crowdfunding. So it was a bit of a scramble, but we're like, we'll sleep later. But yeah, we're pretty happy. We're really happy actually that we're doing it this way. And
it's coming off the back of a year really of ARIA nominations and Golden Guitars and CMC number ones, and you know, so it feels like it's really capitalizing as well on the momentum, you know, not letting that subside before the next record comes out.
Keep the iron hot.
I think we're trying to, I think that, like, a lot of people did say that was probably a good idea, but it was more so we were ready to, like, you know, we've been playing these songs live, like, as you said, that the build up to the last record was so long. So we've been playing the songs from the last record for so long now that I have all these new songs and we really want to play them live and we really just want to get them out now. So it was as much that, I think, as well as a kind of was fortuitous that the last, you know, kind of 12 months have been so, you know, big for us. It's kind of helped all in the right direction, really.
That was going to be my next question. The live set, how is this going to be evolving what we see in the future?
So we're just working on the new Country Halls tour kind of style and the new set and everything. We've got a few different instruments that we're bringing in to the set, so we're going to have like more keys in the kind of the set, and we'll be bringing the new kind of our style covers. There's going to be new ones of all of that. There'll always be totem tennis, I think. I don't think we can ever let that go. People love it, and I love it as well. So we just had someone playing totem tennis on the main stage at Gympie, and, you know, it was really fun. So we'll always have totem tennis, so that element will never change. But we're going to try and really, like, you know, just encapsulate like the whole album theme in there. Yeah. You'll have to come to a show and find out.
We're going to have a whole new set design as well, which we're currently working on.
Yeah.
New backdrops and imagery and everything. So,
yeah. It'll be good.
Yeah, watch this space, as they say.
Buy a ticket, come to a show.
And you talk about the world that you've created for Real Class Act. What can we expect from that world on September 22nd?
A lot, I hope. No, I think, you know, as much as it is like kind of themed around the driving the trip, it's not like a driving record. There's like, I actually got to just before we went into the studio and was like, I don't even have a driving song. And I wrote one of the songs, Roll On, which is our first single, really quickly. And it kind of made it on in the end. But I think it is like, you know, it still is exploring the themes of regional Australia, because that's where we spend all of our time. It's going a little bit deeper into that, I think. I hope we're kind of working in a few different ways. We made every song. We worked really hard to make every song kind of stand up on its own. And so that's brought in a bit of different kind of instrumentation. Someone said to me recently, like just every song seems so different. And I think for me, I'm like, yes, because I don't want to listen to a record that sounds the same. Like, you've listened to the fourth song and you're like, what song's this again? So hopefully there's a bit more diversity in it, in terms of the sound and the production. I don't know.
In terms of the art as well, can I talk about the cover?
Of course.
So that the photograph, which is our front cover art, Fanny took, it was kind of towards the end of our trip last year, and our big kind of trip around the country, and 130 k's north of Coober Pedy. We hadn't showered for about a week, and Fanny had booked us in the caravan park. We couldn't wait. We're going to have hot showers and do our laundry, and Fanny had already called ahead, said, look, we're going to be getting in late. Please leave the key out. And then it's about 8 o'clock, it was dark, our headlights blew.
Literally in the middle of the desert.
Nothing. Pitch black, towing a caravan.
And the roads really built up where we were, so we couldn't just pull off the road. So we were like, oh my God. And there's like big semis coming, like road trains coming up the road. And like we were there like with zero lights.
Hazards. So every 2 seconds you could just see about a few meters in front.
So we ended up going like 20 k's an hour for like half an hour or something, just until we found a road off the side of the road, and then we just like pulled off the road, kind of like I used a phone light to kind of find somewhere we could park. We pulled up, and then when we woke up in the morning, like that's where we were, and we were like, wow, this is amazing. And I took that photo. And so it's from the time we broke down. And
it's pretty classy.
Yeah, it's pretty classy. So that, you know, the whole album's called Real Class Act, and it's kind of a play on that, really, and how, you know, the lack of class, really, in my life.
Yeah, the lack of glamour in our lifestyle. I think that's kind of one of the key themes.
I think so.
real sophisticated touring.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fancy.
So glamorous.
So glam.
Well, guys, congratulations on the record.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And everyone can pick it up on September 22nd.
They can, or you can pre-order it right now via fannylumsden.net.
And get a free Fanny tattoo.
Yeah, I love Fanny tattoo.
Thanks, AU Review.
Thanks for having us.